Okay, welcome to day 13 of Advent of Code. Um, we should just reflect very briefly on day 12. Um, on the whole, day 12 was pretty straightforward. We did a bunch of unnecessary copying, both of code and of our data in various places, just because it was the quickest way to get the code down. But otherwise, it was pretty straightforward. Um, the only real issues were just not paying sufficient attention to various things that were laid out pretty clearly in the problem. Um, that our graph structure was bidirectional. You could go either way through the caves, and I screwed up the use of start. For both parts. In the first part, I allowed us to go through it multiple times, even though the problem description said you couldn't. In the second part, I allowed you to visit it twice, even though the problem description said, was explicit that wasn't allowed. So, that's fine. When I was writing the code, I thought I might actually make use of this list of rooms. In fact, I didn't. I populated it when I read the data, but we never made use of that. And in fact, I realized the right thing to do would have been just to make sure that every room was made a key here. And once it was clear that these tunnels were bidirectional, then we got that anyway. But if I had done that, then I could have just used the key set as the set of rooms, and also all this kind of silliness about checking whether we had a set for a key could have been avoided just to make sure that we had empty sets for every room. That would have been the nice thing to do, and then we could have avoided this, and that would have been a very easy way to avoid our copies of these sets because we could have modified them in place, right? Um, the only other thing is this construct that I used right here. This is what is it called? Optional chaining? No, it's not optional chaining. Anyway, but there's this operator where it says if the left hand is nil, then evaluate the right hand side, and return that instead. Um, and and it occurred to me, what is the difference between that and using the subscript with default method on a dictionary? And I don't know. I actually did a little test, and I was wondering is it because one of them is short circuit and the other is not? But no, this default thing seems to make use of this quite clever, possibly too clever, Swift feature where you can where you can use like an auto closure, which avoids evaluating your parameters until you actually make use of them. Um, so I don't know what the difference is between those two constructs. I Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I assume you should use this one on the right because they put it in for you. So the fact that they added that at all suggests it must have some performance advantage, but I don't know what it is. So I'm at a bit of a loss as to why you would use that. Or yeah. Um, so I'll keep my eye out for anyone who tells me what the difference between those two is. So let's get rid of that. We'll go to day 12. We make sure we are ready to do this. Let's actually, yeah, go to the top there. Oh. And we'll be starting day 13 in just 30 seconds. So, technically speaking, I suppose. Ooh, sorry, I got one little glitch here. Okay. Technically speaking, once we finish part one, assuming we do finish part one, we will be halfway through. So that's a bit of an event, I suppose. So, let's see what day 13 has to offer us. Code. Fold it up. Ooh. Okay, we have two different kinds of input, so parsing is going to be very mildly annoying. Okay, what does our puzzle input look like? So we've got all these pairs, and then a bunch of fold commands. Okay. Hmm. My keyboard's not in the right position, so how can I program with a keyboard in the wrong position? Should we read the problem or should we start parsing? Let's start parsing. Okay. What? This is a super crummy way to do this, but what am I thinking? There's got to be a Oh my god. Okay, my brain is seizing up over this trivial parsing issue. Let's actually start writing some code. While okay. Insert. Come on. No, data I. God. Data Oh no. You know what? I should have just because I'm cutting and pasting anyway. I should have just put the data into two separate files. I mean, this is ridiculous. You can do certain things by hand. You don't have to be stupid all the time. Um, so then data I is empty. Uh, um, No, let's actually L in um, what do we have? What do we actually have? Fold. Do 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 do. Fold. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ba, 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 ba. Axis. Equals L. How long have we spent? 7 minutes. So we're going to spend 10 minutes just parsing this input, which we totally could have done faster. This is crazy. Point. And oh my gosh, I didn't even get my thing right. Where's my point two? Oh, this is embarrassing. God knows what else in here I've forgotten to publicize. So let's go over here and just do a quick rebuild. And then, okay. To spots insert. There we go. That's looking more like. P was never muted. Yeah, that's fine. Just so we get rid of the warning. And these ranges, you've always got to parenthesize. Ooh, when did this start? Okay. Int 2. Oh, because it's a substring, isn't it? Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. Does it? How's it? Oh, that's right. You know, I tried to write this function. I mean, now we're not even going for time. We're just trying to figure out. So, slice. There. Here we go. Slice. From. Oh, and now we crash. Found nil. So did our slice not work or what? From to count. Oh, I'm loathing this right now. What what? So, what happens before we crash? Fold along. Okay. So, our... oh, that's why. Oh, this stupid thing. Omitting empty subsequences. And then what did I say? What is this? While. Okay. Oh, cannot find contents of file. We're going to spend 15 minutes. 15 minutes parsing this trivial stuff. So, we don't need the U. Okay, so... fields 0, fields count. So the last character of the first field. Okay. What? 06. Wait, small o? Where are we getting a small o from? That's insane. Count no fields 0 count, but that still doesn't explain our crash, does it? I don't get it. Y6, so that's all looking good. And then so yeah, maybe we finish with a blank line or something. Okay. Wow. That was brutal. That was brutal parsing. 15 minutes of just screwing around. Okay. Wow. Terrible. So now we're going to do a whole bunch of folds, right? List of dots. First X, Y down. Yeah. So we got this. So fold instructions. a line. I want you to fold the paper up or left. Y equals 7. So, and then we say, you know what, this is stupid. Let's, some of the dots might end up overlapping after folders. So, okay. Whatever. Let's just write the logic, right? If py is greater than n, then y is going to be n minus. Hold on. Some of the dots will never appear exactly on a fold line. Okay, that answers one question. Okay, so it's going to be 7 minus 1, 2, 3 minus point y minus n. No, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Py is definitely going to be negative. So it's going to be 2n minus 2n minus py doesn't sound right at all. Because that'd be 14 minus 8. Well, it might be. Okay. Instructions made a square. Okay. Is pretty big. Focus on just completing the first fold. How many dots? Just the first fold instruction. Oh, we don't even need to do. Okay. If okay, forget that. Else noose. I'm not super confident that's the right math, actually, so I need to think that through again. But let's actually see whether... oh... What? I. What's that? Oh my, come on. X. Our first thing is X, actually. So let's just do it for X. Okay, and minus P. And print. Oh. And where is new spots? Count. $5.92. Should we plug it in? Let's plug it in. Hey! Ha! What do you know? Okay. Better to be lucky than good. Finish. What code did you use? Okay, so we need to do all these folds and then we need to visualize, I guess, to see what we get. So let's do this again. And some Y, P, X, Y. And we're good there. Okay, fair enough. And then um spots. Min. So what are we doing? And min and max are functions, not computed properties, right? Because they're going to be linear? Yeah. Well, let's just see if this logic works before we write a while loop. No, that's not. Oh, our min and max return optionals because you can call them on empty sequences. Okay, we are very slowly creeping up on this. Actually, we have to do y first, don't we? For y in y. Okay. And then pinned Oh, okay. Okay. 8 capital letters. So, this is kind of hard to read. J, G, A, J, E, F, K, U. Okay. Oh, my. So it took us 15 minutes to parse the input and then 10 minutes to write the logic. And really the entire logic for this, I mean the only interesting logic is this expression. That's it. That's the only part that is of any real interest to anyone. But we got there. So anyway, we will